Good morning. Happy day right after Thanksgiving. But more importantly, happy Bookmas day 5. Yeah, don't mind that my water jug is from the hospital. It's fine. Today, I want to read. I want to read for 24 hours straight. Not actually, because I will, in fact, be going to sleep at night. But I'm thinking between today and tomorrow. Today's Black Friday. Happy Black Friday, I suppose. But between today and tomorrow, I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'll text people when they text me, of course. But I simply want to sit at home and read. It has been the longest month of my life, it feels like. And I feel like I say that every month. I feel like every month feels like the longest month of my life since school started. So I have some assignments due like December 1st, December 3rd. And you know what? I will work on those on Sunday. Yep. I am going to spend Friday and Saturday. I'm going to read. I'm going to take my therapist's advice. I am going to read. And not feel guilty about it. Damn it. Anyway, so basically though, today I was like, you know what? I have a holiday TBR. I have a December TBR. It's all the holiday books that I own, basically. Yeah, I don't think I own any others that are Christmassy or set in December. So I figured I would bring them out and I would decide what I want to read. One of them I have on audio, so I definitely want to listen to that, and I'll probably listen to it as I like clean my office or something, and maybe do that. Or maybe I'll just like sit here and listen to it in silence and follow along and do an immersive read. Who knows? Who knows? So that'll probably be the first book. But the others, I'm just gonna like pick a couple and just read today and tomorrow. So this is gonna be not like a typical 24 hours where I start the clock and then 24 hours later I'm still reading. No. Today I will read until I'm tired and I go to bed. I pause the timer and I'll pick it up tomorrow and then I'll finish 24 hours tomorrow. So I'm thinking, let's see. It is 10:33 right now. So we're gonna round to 10:30, and then I'm just gonna read until I'm tired, so probably like 10 or 11 p.m., maybe midnight. Go to sleep, wake up, and then start the timer whenever I wake up tomorrow and go from there. So I think that's the plan. I have my stack of Christmassy books here, if you can see. My Bookmas day 2, I believe, maybe day 3, I don't remember, was my December TBR, so you've seen me talk about all these books already. I started reading Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I'm about halfway through, so I plan to finish this today. I'm not gonna start with this book though, because I'm halfway, and like I said, I have one on audio that I think I want to do first, kind of knock that out, clean my office as I'm reading or listening. I bought a new desk mat, so I want to switch that out. Maybe I'll film it. I don't know. We'll see. This is on the docket today, and then this, as I was yapping, should have been holding up. I have One Day in December on audio. This is by Josie Silver. I have another book by Josie Silver, A Winter in December. And then I have like a couple other Josie Silver books that are just, you know, non-Christmassy. So if I like these, maybe I'll get to both of them today. But if I like this on audio and I get to A Winter in December, maybe I will just read more Josie Silver or something. But yeah, this is a Reese's Book Club pick, which tend to be good books from what I've noticed. But yeah, and this sounded really good. This is, I think, going to be the first one on the list today. And then you know what? As the day goes on, I'll just pick and show you what I'm intending to start reading. My Kindle is fully charged. I was reading King of Wrath, and I will pause on King of Wrath and I will go like see if the others are on Kindle, because then I can like, you know, I have my little Kindle clicker. I don't even know where I put it, but I have my little Kindle clicker and then I can use that. But I'm on chapter 28 of King of Wrath still. I was going to continue reading the other night, and then I decided to be a good student and do my assignment, which I still waited till the last minute to do. Anyway, but then yeah, I'm also reading Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey on my Kindle. I can continue that. I'm on chapter 7, which is about 43% of the book. So we're going to start with, this is the longest intro ever. I'm going to start with One Day in December. We're going to get through this. We'll see what book I want to pick up next, or if I want to continue Window Shopping, so we can get at least knock 2 out today. And then I realized that Forever Wild, which is book like 2.5 of A Simple Wild, the series, is a Christmas novella. So maybe I'll read that today. I did put a little bookmark in here because I was going to start it. And then I realized, oh, it's set in Christmas. I could read it in December or today when I'm doing my 24-hour readathon. Again, knocking out like a small book might be nice for my ego and my numbers. And then, yeah, I already went through these books in my December TBR, but The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, A Winter in New York by Josie Silver, like I was talking about, A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. This just looks really cute. And The Plus Size Girly, I feel like I want to read this soon. The Christmas Tree Farm by Lori Gilmore. Again, I'd never actually read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I thought I was going to and I ended up not. So maybe I'll get to this. I'm sure this is on Kindle Unlimited. So I might be able to read it on my Kindle today. A Holly Jolly Ever After. So after A Merry Little Meet Cute. A Christmas Orphans Club, which sounded really good. Found Family. I feel like I would really like that. And The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. I have loved Lucy Score books, so I feel like I'm going to like this. So yeah, let me get my headphones wherever they are. And like I said, I have One Day in December on audio. It's due in 4 days. So I need to read it today. But it is a 10-hour book. I tend to read on like 2x speed, so 5 hours. But yeah, One Day in December. We're going to start that. Let me get my headphones. I'm gonna move you for a second. My Christmas tree in the background is just making me so happy. Like, you have no idea. I'm so glad I put it up early this year. And like, it just brings me so much joy. It brings me so much joy. Anyway, so connect my headphones, shall we? Bluetooth. I have lots of snacks. I'm ready. I'm gonna listen to this. And I think I want to clean my office. Here, let me show you the state of my office, by the way. I have my Christmas blanket. I brought it over here because I figured we can do that. But let's take you off. This camera is just so cute and tiny. And you are right in my face. Hold on. This is the state of my office. It is in complete disarray. I have been buying a ton. That's my Kindle stand and shoes that shouldn't be there. But I've been buying a ton of like nail supplies so I can do my nails at home. And I've been loving doing that. So I have like nail things now on top of there. And I think that's what I'm going to end up making this area, kind of like my nail supply area, and then store the things in there. But like my lamp, the little fan, things like that, I've shoved in there. The cart has kind of morphed into a random storage cart. So yeah, we need to figure this out. My desk area is a mess. Like I said, I bought a new desk mat. It's on the floor because I wanted it to straighten out. So I'm going to switch it with that one and see if I can wash that one. I was taking my old nails off. So I was like filing it down and I think I stained this area. So that's why I got a new one because that's kind of gross now. But the plan is to just like, I'm going to take everything off of my desk, put the desk mat, my computer and my computer stand and my keyboard, of course. Oh, I bought a new keyboard. It's pink. I'm going to say that's one thing that I definitely did. It's pink and a mouse. I love pink. Okay, I love pink. I don't know if you can notice with the pink accents and the pink lamp, whatever. My chair is pink. But yeah, so that's going to stay, but I'm going to clear out my desk. My book cart that I've actually wanted to use now as a TBR cart, it's a mess. So I'm either going to take everything off of it and actually make it a TBR cart, because I don't know if you've noticed, but my shelves of read books are overflowing. And I'm like stacking books on top of each other. And like that bottom shelf is empty, don't get me wrong, but like I'm stacking things on top of each other and it's not the vibe. Oh, there's my Kindle clicker right there. And then, yeah, my tree, my chair, my Christmas lamp. There's the tripod I was just using. But yeah, I think I really like how my office looks with the Christmas lights decorated. I just need to get it clean, you know? Here, let me turn this back around. I just need to like get it cleaned and have the space like be clean, because it's just annoying. Like sometimes I walk into my office and I'm just like, girl, be better, do better, clean your damn office. And then I'm just like, eh. And then I get lazy and then, yeah. So my goal, I think, number one, I'm just going to take everything off of my desk, put my new desk mat, see if I can wash the old one. Like I'm pretty sure I'll have to hand wash it. So I'm going to maybe soak it in some water for a little bit. See if that like gets some of the green out, because I was filing down my green nails. And then we're going to take everything off of the top of my Alex drawers and kind of organize it with my nail supplies, my fun colored nails. I think I'm going to bring my other nails that are in my little linen closet and bring them here. So this will be my little nail corner, nail section, I think. And I think I'm going to really like that. A part of me was thinking of making the cart my nail section. That way I can move it like to the living room and back. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to, you know what? Maybe I will. And then put the things that are on the cart, like the books and the journals and things, into the Alex drawers. I also need to organize the Alex drawers. Anyway, I've been yapping for too long. This is a 24-hour reading vlog. Like, hello? Literally just yapping. So I appreciate you coming along with me and listening to me yap. So yeah, it is now 10:43. So you know what? We're going to start it at 10:45. I'm starting at 10:45. I'm putting a note. Started 10:45. Let me get to cleaning my office and let me get to actually starting the first book. So I'm not just yapping. And then I think for sure my next BOOKMAS video, which funnily enough, December is in like a couple days. Interesting. But I've been trying to film ahead just because it's hard to film and edit and do all these things, in a day. And also like a 24-hour reading vlog. It would have been hard to film and edit it to get it up in book. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, sorry. Again, no need to be listening to me. I'm going to start listening to One Day in December. And then I think maybe after I'm done cleaning, I can like immersive read it or just like continue to find things to do. But yeah, I'm gonna start cleaning. So you'll have some B-roll of me cleaning, but this video is not about me cleaning. This video is a 24-hour reading vlog, so. Okay, I just paused my book because I was like, I don't know if I made it messier or better, you know? When you're like, I can't tell. But yeah, so this section, so one of the Alex drawers and this cart has become my nail section. So I have on here everything for my gel nails and this brand. I love the different colors and I kind of like that organizer that it's in, but it's hard to organize, obviously. But I have the fan, like the vacuum and the lamp down there. And then below I have just some foils for if I ever need to take my foils off. And then just like wipes. Up here I have acetone and like nail polish remover and things like that. And then here I have my non-gel nail polish because I still love doing my nails. So non-gel nail polish. Here I have a couple tools, some dotters for polka dots, things like that. I love this little thing, but I couldn't fit it on the cart, which I might be able to fit it at the bottom, but I also want to see the colors and see how they are glossy versus matte. Coming to this side, this is back to my school thing. So I have my pens, which I use more often, so they're at the top. Sticky notes, some annotating supplies right there, and a plant. And like I said, I'm trying to leave my desk fairly empty. We'll see if that stays. I'm charging my little fan. And then across, I just have my bells on the window, which is cute. My TBR cart will move over there, but I'm going to reorganize it. And like I said, everything else that's not books on the cart, I need to take off. Books and bookends, I suppose. And then I'm going to reorganize my TBR cart. So I'm going to do that right now and continue listening to my book. But as you can see, I've just been up. But yeah, I really, really like having my nail polish in here because I do my nails in here anyway, which is why I had, made a mess of my desk. But my other mat, maybe I will use, I'll put it out when I'm doing my nails. That way it's a little barrier. Or I also like to sit on the floor, if I'm being honest. So we'll see. Or I have a little side table. Maybe I'll also bring that. But I like it being in here. It's definitely messy. Don't get me wrong. There's not really a way to make it organized. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, yeah. Let me move on to my TBR cart and I will continue listening to my book. It's been a few hours. I don't know where my phone is, but the moral of the story is I finished listening to One Day in December. It just got done and that was really cute. Well, okay. The book annoyed me because, as we know, she locks eyes with someone on the train. Also, yes, my fan is going. I'm hot, but I refuse to take off my cute Christmas sweater. So I hope you can hear me. Anyway, but she locks eyes with someone on the train. The train goes away. They never meet. She spends the next year looking for him, going to the bus stop. Did I say train or bus? Either way. She locks eyes with someone on the bus. The bus drives away. They don't meet again. She spends the next year with her best friend looking for this man, and well, she doesn't find him. And then her best friend introduces her new boyfriend, who she is madly in love with and thinks they're gonna get married. And of course, it's the dude she saw on the train. So yeah, I thought this was really cute. They spend the next like 9 years basically. Her best friend and him are together. She gets into a different relationship, but like, you know, there's always that idea of what if. And yeah, the end of the book was very magical, radio show, very cute. So I don't know, I'm gonna give it 4 stars because it was very entertaining. I cleaned my office, as you saw, as I was listening to the like probably the first half of the book, and then yeah, then I kind of plopped myself down here and continued shopping because it's Black Friday. Anyway, but yeah, this was really, really, really fun. I'm glad that I started with a Christmas holiday ebook because it snowed the past couple days. So the vibes outside are Christmas, the vibes inside are Christmas. So you gotta bring the Christmas book. So I'm so excited. 4 out of 5 stars. I love it. Cute. The end was cute. The book annoyed me because I don't like you know. So cute. I think next I'm going to read. Oh, I'm gonna put this on my shelf. I think next, just because I was like, I think last year I kind of wanted to read this book, A Merry Little Meet Cute, and it says a charming holiday romp you absolutely need in your life, and that's a blurb by Tessa Bailey. So yeah, she's a plus-sized adult film star. So I am very excited. I want to read this. I will check in when I have read a little bit. Hopefully, since this was audio, there wasn't really anything to check in with, so I didn't. But I'll check in when I have read a little bit. I think it's on Kindle Unlimited. Let me see. Because if it is on Kindle Unlimited, I'll probably read it on my Kindle. But let's see. Search Kindle. A Merry Little Meet Cute. A steamy plus-sized adult something. I didn't see the rest of it. Oh yes, Merry Little Meet Cute and A Holly Jolly Ever After are on Kindle. I got both of them onto my Kindle, if you can see that. And then yeah, I'll reopen A Merry Little Meet Cute, and I'm gonna start with that. Mark as currently reading. That is on. Oh, the map is so cute. There's a Christmas notch map. I wonder if it's in the book. Let's see. It's probably easier to see in the book. Yes, it is. This is the map. Yeah. Okay, that's really cute. That's really cute. Okay, now I have something to refer to in the book as I read on my Kindle. I love having a Kindle. I love Kindle Unlimited. Anyway, I found my phone. I need to find a good playlist, like Christmas ambiance vibe. And then, because the fan has to stay on, man. The fan has to stay on. It is too hot. It is way too hot. Christmas ambiance. Ooh. Okay, I think I'm going to listen to this playlist. Goody Guru style. Ooh, did I show you? Hold on. I put my headphones on. If you've seen my previous videos, you've probably already seen it, but I got a tattoo less than a week ago. She's healing nicely. It is a stack of books with a little flower. Yes, it is sideways. But yeah, I've been trying to wear long-sleeved items so that I'm not scratching at it because it's itchy. It's itchy. It feels like there's something on my skin and I just want to like scratch my hand off. But yeah, lettuce, Teddy Ray Fletcher. So we're gonna start with A Merry Little Meet Cute as I stay literally in the same spot because I am not getting out of here today unless I get up to go eat. And I have lots of leftovers in the fridge, so I'm gonna eat that. Okay, time to read. This part will be boring because it's just me reading. And then I will check in when I have something to say about the book, but okay. Hello. Date, I'm just about to start chapter 16. So I am 57% of the way according to the book. I will say it's a very, very quick read. Also, it's dark. It's not even 5 p.m. and it is dark outside. This pisses me off way more than I should even. Anyway, I will say this is going a lot faster than I thought it would be. Probably because she's an adult film star and she is a plus size adult film star, but she is sexy as hell. So the book is very spicy and, well, not, I would say like a 3 chili pepper spice right now, maybe a 2 chili pepper spice. Anyway, I tend to skim the spicy scenes just because, yeah, but yeah, it's kind of fun. I am hoping that after this, I think I'm going to read the Merry or Holly Jolly Ever After as well, because I really like these authors' writing. Like, it's very, very fast paced. Like I said, I'm already 57% of the way in. I don't even know when I started, but the book is going by really, really quickly. And I love that. I don't like when books feel like I'm dragging on to read them, but yeah. I'm very tired and I feel like I haven't moved from this spot because I haven't. And yeah, I opened up, don't judge me, my quite literal family size of popcorners. And I've been snacking on these as I've been reading. But yeah, I'm gonna continue. And yeah, so I don't think I said what the book is about, right? She is an adult film star and he is a former boy band guy. He had a bad boy reputation, so he's trying to turn around his image and be seen as wholesome. So they're working on this like wholesome, almost like a Hallmark Christmas movie. They don't know that she is an adult film star and he's trying to turn around his image, of course. But she is making sure or trying to make sure that nobody ever finds out. But he knows. He knows that she is, and he watches her content and they got together. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Again, so far it's entertaining. It is funny. It's like the banter is bantering. It's funny. So I'm gonna continue. Oh, her uncle owns the company that does adult movies and is directing or owns the company or something like that that is doing this Christmas movie. So she's trying to make a name for herself that's not related to like the adult film star company industry, but I don't know how it's gonna end up, but I am liking it so far. I am liking it so far. The fan is loud, but the fan also keeps blowing this, so it just keeps like moving. You can't even see what I'm showing you. My little garland, the fan keeps making it spin around and around and around, and it's kind of funny, but like I love it. And oh, do you see how cozy is this? My tree, my lights on my bookshelves, just like blinking. I'm just so glad that it's the holidays. I am also very tired. Like I said, it has been the longest month of my life. So yeah, I'm excited for a break from school in December. I'm excited for a few weeks of like not being so in school. But I'm also glad I'm doing BOOKMAS because I'm so excited to watch all the BOOKMAS content. They're gonna start coming out next week. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Anyway, okay, let me go back to my book. Okay, bye. I just finished A Merry Little Meet Cute. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm exhausted. Jeez. Okay. I just finished A Merry Little Meet Cute, and I would say 4 out of 5 as well. I think 4 stars. It was really good. The end was empowering, so I was very happy about that. And yeah, so what was it about again? Did I tell you? B is a adult film star and she's branching into like mainstream film, and she's filming a Christmas movie with her childhood crush who was in a boy band, and he obviously watches her content. He's subscribed to her. They meet, sparks fly and all, but who's sending me a message? Oh, I'm getting my assignments are being graded as I've decided I'm not doing homework today. Anyway, but yeah, I thought it was really cute. Again, 4 stars. The ending was really empowering. It is completely dark outside. Like, looks like it should be 10 p.m. or something, which is just so fun. Anyway, but yeah, that is book 2 in my 24-hour readathon. I think I want to finish Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey now. So like I said, I am about halfway through it. I'm on chapter 8. I started reading it in the book, but I am going to switch to reading it on my Kindle as well. So let's get it open. I'm literally so tired. I am going to continue it. I just read the first few lines of the last few lines of chapter 7, and I'm like, I don't remember that. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning so I can actually remember what was going on. But ooh, I'm so tired. I genuinely feel like I'm not going to move from this spot. So maybe tomorrow I'll film in my living room. Maybe tomorrow I'll read in the living room. That way there's, variety in this video. But yeah, we are moving on to, let me turn it off so you can see, Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. We're going to finish this book. And maybe for a quick win, I can also read Forever Wild by K.A. Tucker tonight. Because I'm assuming these will take me a couple hours at most. I'm so tired. And I love doing 24-hour readathons. This is my second ever. But I feel like my body is just like, okay, why are you reading like it's the end of the world or something? But I'm like, no, I want to go through my December TBR. I want to bring down the books that I own on my physical TBR, because the books that I go into 2026 with, my goal next year is to read down my physical TBR. I turned 30 this year, and I low-key want to buy about 30 books for my birthday. I feel like I love that idea of just 30 books for my 30th birthday. So I'm thinking probably some that I've already read, because I don't need to add 30 TBR books. Honestly, I don't even have the room. But, books that I'm excited to read. I'm thinking finishing some series that I own. So I want to own the remainder of the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, Serpents and the Wings of Night books, the other 2 in the duet. I need to get Oathbound by Tracy Deonn, because I've read Legend Born and Bloodmark. I need to get the third one. I want to get a few more books, just especially queer romance books. I want to continue the, Consider Me, Play With Me, Jacksonville Rays, I think it's called. I want to continue that series. What else? I want to buy some of Frida McFadden's newer thriller books. I love Frida's writing. Very predictable for me at this point, because I have read almost all of the books that she has released, and I want to buy more. I want to buy Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, because I love Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. So I want those on my shelves. The new Shatter Me, book 2 is not out yet, but I want to buy that when it comes out, but I guess that wouldn't be for my birthday. I want to get Fearful by Lauren Roberts, because I have the entire series plus Powerful. But I low-key want to wait until Fearful is released in the small hardback, because I hate that it's only released in the big one. I want the novella to look smaller. I love the look of Powerless and Powerful together with the small hardback. So it just annoys me that it's not the same. I want to buy every other book Kennedy Ryan has written ever, because so far I am loving every book by Kennedy Ryan that I've read. I started King of Wrath, so I want to continue that, and then the new one, book 6, I believe, whenever it comes out. And yeah, I'm looking over, because I don't buy a whole lot of thrillers, because I tend to listen to thrillers on audio, like I said, but the ones that I read and loved, or listened to and loved, then I would want to buy them, to be trophies on my shelf. No, there's a few books, as we can tell, that I would love to have copies of. And I kind of want to get more special editions of books so I can display them. But also, I really like the look of my bookshelf just being full, like a real library. And it's just, I keep going back and forth. I'm going back and forth, because I'm I want 1,000 books. That has not changed. But then I'm wow, I'm overwhelmed because I have a lot of books. But I think I'm overwhelmed because I have a lot of unread books. That's my issue. So maybe in my 30-year-old self, I can buy 30 books that I've already read or something like that. I'm kidding. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I think I'm going to take a little break actually. What time is it? I think it's like 6:30. So I think I might take a little break. I'm going to go eat. And then when I come back, I will continue Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, which I have the physical of, but I love reading it on my Kindle because then I literally just do this. I don't even have to move. I just need to like move my thumb. Ooh, I forgot. I have my clicker and my stand. Yeah. Let me eat something and then I'll get my Kindle stand situation set up and then we can finish Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey and then maybe I can get Forever Wild on my Kindle as well and we can read that afterwards. But yeah, I'm so excited. That's 2 books down. We'll keep going with this 24-hour reading vlog. This is probably going to be my longest like BOOKMAS video, but I hope that's okay. I hope you are cool with hanging out with me for 24 hours. Obviously cut. There was no need for me to say that. Anyway, let me go get some food because I'm hungry. Yeah, and then I'll be back. Okay, sounds good. We are indeed very backlit, and you can see inside my closet. Hold on. Let's do this. Yeah, we're super backlit, and I fear that I did in fact fall asleep. I was reading Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, and I was nice and cozy. I was cozy, I didn't have to move, and I fell asleep. So I woke up. It is now 11:51. So I came to my bed and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just like go to sleep. I decided I'm not going to do that. I still will pause when I go to sleep, but I have no clue when I fell asleep because I ate my dinner. Then I was scrolling on my phone for a little bit. Then I read a little bit, ate my dinner, scrolled on my phone, went back to reading, fell asleep. So I have no idea when I actually fell asleep. But like I said, it is 11:51 p.m. I'm going to read, and I think I should finish this book if I stayed awake. I'm about to start chapter 12, so I'm 66% of the book. I decided to get myself a little Sprite, and I'm going to get some sugar. I feel a lot more awake, I will say. I feel way more awake now. Before you saw, I was yawning, I was tired, and yeah. So my goal is finish Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey and then like actually go to sleep and then wake up tomorrow and continue. I'm hoping to start again tomorrow at like 10 a.m. and then just read until 10 p.m. and then we'll have that be our 12 hours. But we'll see. We'll see. I love a good ice cold Sprite. Anyway, yeah, I came to my bed because I obviously sitting in my comfy reading chair, I fell asleep. So now I'm gonna lay in bed and see if I fall asleep or not. I'm also really warm, so I'm gonna take my Christmassy sweater off and just do like a t-shirt. I don't know why I'm explaining that. Moral of the story is I'm gonna continue this book and then maybe do one last update before I like go to sleep for the night. So yeah. I don't remember when I took a nap yesterday, like I said, but I fell asleep and woke up again around 8. So we're just gonna say, we're gonna count it from like 2 a.m. when I think I went to sleep, and then 8 a.m. So 6 hours of sleep. So if we subtract that from our 10:45 this morning, or yesterday morning, because I can't count my nap. I started again at 8, which I started again, and I finished window shopping this morning on my Kindle. So we'll talk about that in a second. But let me count how many hours it's been. So 10:45. I can't do math. I literally can't do math. It looks like my back of the napkin math says our 24 hours will end at 5 p.m., which works for me. That way I can at least start editing this video. Also, I put lotion on my tattoo yesterday, and then I decided to wrap it up again because it is so itchy, and all I want to do is scratch. All I want to do is scratch, and I need to not do that. So I have to put a protective layer, but it's snowing. It is snowing this morning, which works out for me because I wasn't planning on leaving my house anyway. But yeah, we'll talk about it. I give this book 4 stars, mainly because, you know what? No, we're going to make it 3.5 stars. Okay, so this book is a 3.5 star read for me. There was kind of like this secondary storyline with her best friend who is in prison. So Stella just got out of prison and runs into, I guess, or she makes comments about the window display at Vivant, which is like a high-end boutique thing in New York. And she's like, nope, it sucks. And the CEO, manager, who is he? I don't even know who he is to her, but his name's Aiden. And he asks her opinion on it, and she tells the truth, which that it sucks. And so he hires her to do better, to make the window display better. Anyway, the moral of the story is obviously there's an attraction. It's a romance book. They start, getting feelings for each other. And I will say, I'll give it back. I'll put it back to 4 stars because I will say he was like, no, we need to do this the proper way. We need to sign documents, that we're in a relationship or we're going to get into a relationship because I'm your employer, blah, blah, blah. There were some side characters, like found family I love the found family trope. So those characters just like brought joy to my heart. And then, there was like another storyline with her best friend who, is the reason why she went to jail in the first place. And I thought that was just like, that's not realistic. Because, you can't just have someone 20 plus years act a certain way and then all of a sudden, they don't anymore. You know what I mean? It's just so that was very sus to me. But other than that, I thought the story was cute. I personally, when I go into holiday romance books, the bar is so low. The bar is so low. I am not going in there, and especially Tessa Bailey books, I'm not going into these books expecting, emotional, heart-wrenching things. I am expecting them to have a good time. It's almost insta-lovey, almost, but yeah, it was entertaining. I just got another Gmail, probably something about school, but it's Saturday. Can you guys please leave me alone? Anyway, it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. However, I will say, I'm going to set this down now. I will say, I woke up this morning for some reason. I read The Serpents and the Wings of Night earlier in November, I believe. And I woke up this morning for some reason and I was like, why do I really want to read Ashes and the Star-Cursed King? I think I had mentioned it at some point yesterday and but a part of me is like, no, let me do my holiday theme because that is what I want to do. I want to read my holiday books. But I think after whatever book I decide to read this morning, I might at least start Ashes and the Star-Cursed King and we'll see how far I go before 5 p.m. or whenever I decide to stop. I don't know. It's probably not going to be a true 24 hours of reading because I simply don't want to do the math. That's the only reason. But yeah, I love that the chapters all have these little chapter art in front of them. And the map, I believe, was also... Ooh, and the transitions have those. But yeah, let me look at the map again. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. And the texture, there's a lot of things that I'm liking about this book, but the Nightborn Duet book 2. Yeah, there's the map. So, should I see if it's on my Kindle? I'll probably read it fast. There's window shopping on my Kindle. I just finished it. I think I had maybe 10 pages remaining to finish this morning. So that's why, because I kept falling asleep, obviously. I'm very tired. I don't know if I should have picked like the day right after working 3 in a row. Just like it's been so long. My goodness, it has been so long. This month has just been so long. And Ashes and the Star-Cursed King is on Kindle. Lovely. So we're gonna read now or download. Okay, it's getting onto my Kindle. And yeah, I think I think I want to read this, but I don't think I'm gonna do this right now because after reading A Merry Little Me Cute yesterday, I low-key want to read A Holly Jolly Ever After. So I think I also downloaded that. I did. It's technically book 3 in the Christmas Notch series, but whatever. Okay, so what is this one about? The reason why I want to read A Holly Jolly Ever After, which this book, but I'm getting it on my Kindle. It's just because like A Merry Little Me Cute was such a fast read. Like I started and I just kept going. So that's kind of why I want to read it. I need something just like fast paced that'll keep my attention so I don't fall asleep, which I'm sorry, Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I literally took a nap in the middle of a novella, basically, because it's like 250 pages, 260 pages, something like that. So yeah, I need something that's like, ooh, this book. Ooh, I'm so glad because so the A Merry Little Me Cute followed one of the members of Ink, the boy band, and this follows Callum. And we got some nods to Callum in the first book and Winnie, but this book follows Winnie and Callum. I'm so glad. Okay, good. I'm so glad. Okay. Opposites attract steamy holiday rom-com. An actress and a perpetually singer former boy band member reunited as co-stars in a spicy holiday film. Okay, yeah. We're gonna read this. And then I think afterward, Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. Yeah. We do 4 holiday books and then at least starting a fantasy. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get into A Holly Jolly Ever After, which I have on my Kindle. Ooh, the map is still there. Good. You can still see the hello. There you go. And then yeah, Teddy Ray Fletcher, if you remember Teddy Ray Fletcher from the first book, he owns the studio that creates the spicy movies that our first female main character worked for. And then he was directing the movie that they were in. Do you remember that? Yeah. Anyway, I am cold, but also I decided to just keep my t-shirt on because I was a little bit warm when I woke up this morning. But I am wearing my red holiday PJ bottoms and I have my Noel, it's so cute, my little Noel sweater. So I might turn the fan on just because I'm still warm. But whenever I turn the fan on, I have to put my headphones on because I like to listen to ambiance when I read. It's the vibe, I'm so tired. 24-hour reading challenges I feel like are great for me to knock out some books, but like I'm exhausted. I should have given my body time to rest before I started it, but like I was like, no, I'm gonna do this right now. Anyway, time to start A Holly Jolly Ever After. I'm so excited. Hello. So I just finished A Holly Jolly Ever After. And again, this was such a quick read. I gave this one 4.5 stars because I am obsessed with the fact that this entire series, which I have book 1 and I think book 3, I think there's another one before this. Yeah, Snow Place Like LA, which is a novella. So I guess this is book 2, but like there's a in-between novella. And then there's Season Greetings, which is a different novella, like a July novella. And then A Jingle Bell Mingle. I do not have that one. My goal is to get that so I could read it either this year or next year. But point of the story is I'm obsessed with this world. I'm obsessed with these characters. Callum and Winnie are just so cute. And there's like, the book is spicy, but it's also just very like wholesome and cute. And there are some really like hard parts. No, but she grew up very religious. She got married the second she turned 18 and was married for 17 years. So there are layers to religious trauma and all these things that have been happening. But yeah, no, I think I love this world. It is such a like Hallmark-y world, which is typically what Christmas romance novels are. They're just like, they're not that serious, you know, so you just got to go into it and enjoy it. But it is almost 1 o'clock now, and I think I really want to read The Ashes and the Star Curse. I was looking at the rest of my Christmas books, so like the Christmas Fix I think I really want to read, but I want to read that anytime in December. A Christmas Tree Farm at some point in December, and then Forever Wild is a novella, so part of me was thinking I should read that, but nah, I want to get back into the world of Araya and Rain. Right? Rain? I think it's Rain because it's spelled like rain with an H added to it. But yeah, I want to get back into the world of Araya and Rain. The end of The Serpents and the Wings of Night ended with him. Yeah, there was stuff happening. Also, yes, I did turn my fan back on. I am having hot flashes. It's okay. I'm literally always hot. It's ridiculous at this point. But yeah, so I was reading A Holly Jolly Ever After. I was reading it on my Kindle, and I literally was like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited to get back into this world. Vampires. Like, I gave the first book 4 stars, again, just because I feel like I'm getting to the point where fantasy books are seemingly just the same. But I really liked this. Like, the human daughter of a vampire king, come on. And then the end of book 1, I need to know what happens next. So, yeah. I'm so excited to get into this. And today is November 29th, technically. And yes, this will go up during BOOKMAS, but a part of me was debating. I'm gonna set this down for a second because I downloaded it on my Kindle, on Kindle Unlimited. Also, I realized something. Okay, wow, my train of thoughts are just all over the place. Maybe I do have ADD. I don't think I have ADHD, but ADD probably. Anyway, I've always been a Kindle girly. Don't get me wrong. For the longest time, been a Kindle girly. Then I got really into physical books, like really quickly. Clearly my library, and I still like I still read on my Kindle, but it was more like once in a while. But 24-hour reading challenges, things like that, I read so much faster on my Kindle. Like, genuinely, maybe it's because like the words, I like make the font bigger so that my eyes are, because yes, I should be wearing my glasses. I'm not doing it, but I make the font bigger. I make the font a more accessible thing. I literally just cozy up and do not move for like 2 hours. Just like my thumb is what's moving. And I even have my clicker, which wherever it is, I move my Kindle stand over there because, like, you know, I can do that. And it's just, I read so much faster on my Kindle. So like, I am going to be doing more 24-hour reading challenges. Reading my physical books, of course, but if I can get them on my Kindle, I will read it on my Kindle because I read so much faster on my Kindle. Anyway, that was unnecessary. I don't know what I was going to say before that. So now that I have my fan on, I need to put my headphones back on because I like listening to music. Not like music with words, just like Christmas ambiance here. This is my favorite playlist. Let me show you. I love to go on YouTube and just find like Christmas jazz ambiance. And then I literally just pick something. Smooth Christmas jazz or like Christmas coffee shop ambiance, things like that. And I will just like have this, not the ads, but I literally just have this playing in the background, which is just so fun. So I'm gonna get my headphones on. I'm gonna get settled. And let's get into The Ashes and the Star Cursed King, which I have on my Kindle. I still plan to be done around 5, so that gives me 4 hours to read and see how far I get into this book. But if I finish it, then that would be great, actually. And then I can add it to my 24-hour count. But if I don't, then that's also okay. I also think after I'm done wrapping up, I'm going to do a November reading recap. So today it's November 29th. Oh, this is what I was going to say before, isn't it? Oh, I think I got feedback on another assignment. I swear, this is 24/7. Anyway, it's November 29th. It is snowing outside, and tomorrow I'm gonna go to book club, but tomorrow I also have homework to do, which tomorrow is November 30th, the last day of November. I don't think that I'm gonna read anything tomorrow. And if I do, like, I feel like if I started a book, I probably wouldn't finish it on November 30th. I'd probably finish it on December 1st anyway. So I think after doing this and doing the 24-hour readathon recap at 5 or whenever I decide to stop, I'm gonna say 5 o'clock is the cutoff of my 24-hour reading time. But I think after that, I might do a quick November reading recap, which will include these books that I just read, which I probably just won't go into a lot of detail since this video will come out afterwards. So either way, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because I don't think tomorrow I'm hoping I finish Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. But even if I didn't finish it, like, I would probably just talk about it in my December reading recap. Anyway, but yeah, that was unnecessary. That was quite unnecessary for you. You did not need to get into that. But yeah, let me get into the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. I'm so excited. Why is it that you literally can't trust anybody at all, in any fantasy book? I swear, every time I read a fantasy book, I'm like, oh, this person seems nice. Immediately they prove me wrong. I just finished chapter 29. So I'm about to start what did I just say? I just finished chapter 39. I'm about to start chapter 40. The chapters are fairly short, so they go by quickly. So I'm 52% of the book, 52% of the way into the book. Whatever. Are you kidding me? Anyway, so I don't want to say anything about this book because you need to know how the first book ends. But let's just say that Oraya, I don't know how to say her name, is she's finding things out that her dad didn't tell her, obviously, because her dad, the vampire king, refused to tell her these things. And now she and Rain, but the reason why I said you can't, I literally had to pause because I was like, you can't trust anybody. You literally can't trust anybody. But I can't say it because if I say it, then you'll know what happened, and you'll know what happened the previous book. So far, I know book 1 was a 4 out of 5 stars. So far, we are 50% in, and I'm pretty sure the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King will be a 5 out of 5 for me. I love the like push and pull, like just I love a morally gray / actually not morally gray at all person just puts on an act to be morally gray. You know, that's the type of person that I like. Like, it's giving Risan in the best way. But yeah, I'm gonna continue this now. It is like almost 3:42, and I know I'm reading these. Ask me what happened in the book. Honestly, even when I don't read quickly, ask me what happened in the book. I still don't remember. And yes, my fan is still going because I'm still warm, and it is still snowing outside. I genuinely am like, it's winter time, right? Anyway, I think I'm gonna try to finish this, and then we'll end this 24-hour readathon because my time is off anyway. So I might as well finish this because yeah, can't trust anybody. Literally cannot trust anybody, and it pisses me off because like how. And I know that the series, the Crowns of Nyaxia, are duets, so every new duet will follow a different couple, like a different character. So I have 50% of this book to basically get to the conclusion of these two, you know? I'm also hungry, so I should probably eat something, but I genuinely don't even want to get up. I had to sit up and put my camera on, and I almost didn't do that. I also apologize because this video I feel like is just going to be long, just me yapping for no reason. So yeah, let me get back to eating my popcorners and reading. I love Carissa Broadbent's writing. That's what I'm learning. It's just like It's very fast paced. It's very like it keeps you entertained the entire time, which is good because sometimes I'm reading a book and I'm just like, why are you taking forever to get to the point? You know, she gets to the point. So I appreciate that. Yeah, this book is, yeah. Anyway, yeah, let me continue. Let me continue because wow. Hello. Yes, I did in fact move to my living room. Yeah, I moved from one comfy spot to lay down to a different comfy spot to lay down. Anyway, I just finished Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, and yes, I was correct. 5 out of 5. It is now 7 o'clock, 6:53. So I went past my 24-hour time. We're gonna count that as. Oh my god, I'm so tired. You know, when you're like so tired, I genuinely was like, I need to go to sleep. I should just go to sleep right now. But I'm like, no, I'm almost done. So it's always just, I love when I look at physical copies of books and they're just so massive, but I read it on my Kindle so fast because I'm just like, oh, look, it's done. Let's recap the books that I read in the past 24 hours, shall we? Because I am so excited. I'm so excited to do my November reading recap, which I think I'm going to film right now and try to edit it tonight and post it tomorrow, which is the last day of November. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Anyway, but we listened to One Day in December. This was 4 stars. I thought it was really cute, but parts of it annoyed me because, you know, you can't be pining over somebody else's man, you know? But it was very entertaining and the ending was really, really cute. So 4 stars. Then we did A Merry Little Meet Cute, which was absolutely fantastic and hilarious. Also 4 stars, but a plus size adult film star and her childhood crush, who is a member of a boy band, literally just like chef's kiss. So cute. So, yep, really, really good. Almost insta-lovey, but they have been crushing on each other online. So, is it or is it not? I don't know. However, the one that I think was actually pretty insta-lovey, Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I've been reading this for like the whole month, honestly. And I'm glad I got to finish it today or yesterday or honestly, whatever day it was that I finished it. But yeah, also 4 stars. I'm noticing a theme with the Christmas books. They tend to be like 4 stars because, you know, it's a romance. There's not much. Like if I were to change anything, I would change like the characters, you know, not the holiday part of it, not the Christmas part of it, which is why I read them today because I'm in the Christmas mood. And it's still snowing. It's been snowing all day. But yeah, love this one. Glad it was a little bit shorter. Oh yeah, this is the one that I did fall asleep because I was just so tired. Wow. Anyway, then A Holly Jolly Ever After. This one I liked better. This was 4.5 stars. This book was hilarious. I love the banter. I love, like, there were so many little aspects of this book that I was just reading and I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah, that's really good. But yeah, love this. Wow, okay. I need to hurry up. And last but not least, Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. I am so glad that I read this today. And genuinely, when I just have a day to read, I read so quickly. Because tell me why The Serpent and the Wings of Night, I don't remember how many days it took me. But like even Bloodmark, when I read that, or Legendborn, it took me quite a few days because I just was reading in between things, in between homework, in between work. But when I can just like sit and fly through a book, this was so good. So good. The end of it, I'm I'm anticipating the next like duet in this series will address some of the things that happened at the very end of this book. But I love Rain and I love Araya. I still don't know how to say her name, but yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. Glad that I read this one. It broke up the Christmas vibes. And I still have Christmas books on my December TBR, of course. So my goal is still to read those throughout the month. But I'm glad I got to knock out some of them here in my 24-hour reading challenge. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for 24 hours. My goodness. I can't imagine how long this video will be. But that's a future Eugenia problem. That is a future Eugenia editing problem. Not right now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching again. I will see you in BOOKMAS day 6, I believe. I'll see you in the next BOOKMAS episode.